don't you fill us in on what it's like to be you?
Okay, you bish.
I'm sorry, what?
The holder of an Oscar, a Harvard graduate, activist, and an idol of an entire generation. How does Natalie Portman approach role selection? Why is she one of the most important actresses in Hollywood? And how does Natalie use her fame? We'll be talking about Keira Knightley's career in this video. Oops, I apologize for the confusion. Of course, this video is actually about Natalie Portman.
You're an accomplished actress. You've graduated from Harvard. You've done some great international charity work. What is your phone number?
Natalie Portman's real name is Natalie Hirschlag. The actress was born in Jerusalem and speaks Hebrew fluently.
Zion is Dick. Also, a letter of the alphabet.
Portman is her maternal grandmother's surname. Natalie's father is a gynecology professor from Israel, and her mother, initially a homemaker, later became her agent. The family moved to the United States when the actress was 3 years old. Since childhood, Portman was drawn to the stage. She spent all her vacations at a theater camp and started dancing at the age of 4. Even as a child, Natalie was very determined and even turned down a modeling career because she wanted to be a dramatic actress. At the age of 11, she auditioned for the first English language project of French director Luc Besson. The action film about the relationship between a hitman and an orphan girl was commercially successful and later became a cult classic. Natalie Portman vividly and emotionally portrayed the complex role of a teenager caught in criminal conflicts.
If you
don't help me, I'll die tonight. I can feel it. And I don't want to die tonight.
Although the film did not cross the line in portraying the relationship between the main characters, and Jean Reno played his character as a kind and awkward adult child. Many criticized director Luc Besson for the sexualization of the young actress, and some explicit scenes were even cut at the insistence of the girl's parents. Portman herself later admitted that the audience's reaction to Matilda's character was traumatic for her.
I was so excited at 13 when the film was released and my work and my art would have a human response. I excitedly opened my first fan mail to read a rape fantasy that a man had written me. A countdown was started on my local radio show to my 18th birthday, euphemistically the date that I would be legal to sleep with.
After Leon, Natalie Portman was inundated with offers for roles that portrayed mature teenagers beyond their years. In Ted Dem's film Beautiful Girls, her character engaged in flirtation with an adult neighbor.
Wait, 5 years. I'll be 18. We can walk through this world together.
Unwilling to be typecast as a young seductress, Portman selectively accepted roles, particularly from renowned directors, solidifying her status as Hollywood's go-to actress for teenage characters. She featured in Michael Mann's Heat, portraying the daughter of Al Pacino's character, Woody Allen's musical Everyone Says I Love You, and Tim Burton's comedy Mars Attacks. Portman earned a Golden Globe nomination for her role as a teenager, navigating complex mother-daughter relationships in Anywhere But Here. The romantic drama Where the Heart Is marked her debut as a leading actress, embodying the inspiring journey of a pregnant girl abandoned by her boyfriend, showcasing Portman's ability to carry a film independently.
She gave me that tree, and then she took me in when me and my baby had no place else in the world to go. And I would rather be living again with her in that trailer than in the finest house in Oklahoma. Thank you.
Concurrently, she explored the world of theater, making her Broadway debut in The Diary of Anne Frank. Portman's emotional investment in this role was profound, given her great-grandfather's tragic fate in the Holocaust. At the age of 16, she entered the Star Wars prequel trilogy, portraying the mother of Luke and Leia, as well as the love interest of the future Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker. The initial episode, released in 1999, faced criticism for diverging from the original trilogy, but it achieved commercial success, propelling Natalie Portman to global stardom. Accustomed to the nuances of realistic cinema, Portman found the transition to a blockbuster with extensive visual effects challenging. Nevertheless, she skillfully navigated through numerous action scenes, delivering a warm, vulnerable, yet powerful portrayal of Padme Amidala that resonated equally in romantic moments and episodes of political intrigue.
was not elected to watch my people suffer and die while you discuss this invasion in a committee. If this body is not capable of action, I suggest new leadership is needed.
Despite a successful career and superstar status, at the age of 18, Natalie Portman decided to put acting on hold and enroll in university. This highly atypical move once again highlighted her commitment to personal growth in various fields. For instance, she skipped the premiere of the first part of Star Wars to prepare for final exams. In addition to her native Hebrew and English, she studied French, Arabic, Japanese, and German.
こんばんは。はじめまして。私の名前はナタリーです。
At Harvard, Portman pursued neurobiology, worked as a lab assistant, and even published in academic journals.
So it's not every day we have someone with a psychology degree in the hot seat, and not only that, but someone who's co-authored scientific papers such as frontal lobe activation during object permanence. So with that in mind, I want to hit you with a handful of highly debated questions of the mind.
Although she paused her acting career, appearing only in Star Wars during this period, in the 2000s, after graduating from Harvard, she managed to maintain her status as one of Hollywood's leading young actresses. This was largely due to her selective choices of interesting films and her transition from teenage roles to more mature projects. She acted in independent films by directors such as Wes Anderson, Tom Tykwer, Milos Forman, and Wong Kar-wai, exploring various roles. For instance, her endearing portrayal of the impulsive Samantha in Zach Braff's Garden State sharply contrasted with her sexually liberated role as a stripper in Mike Nichols' Closer. In all these projects, Portman continued to deliver performances with the highest degree of dedication and preparation. For her role in the dystopian adaptation of Alan Moore's comic V for Vendetta, she shaved her head in real life, flawlessly performing an emotional scene in a single take. And for Paul McCartney's music video, she learned sign language. However, the most challenging film in Portman's career was Darren Aronofsky's Black Swan. The story of a prima ballerina gradually descending into madness due to fierce competition, where the entire weight of the film rested on the actress's charisma and perfectionism. In preparation, she trained for 5 to 8 hours every day for 6 months and lost 9 kilograms. The complexity of the role stemmed from the fact that the typical narrative about deteriorating mental health usually starts from a point of relative normalcy. Still, in Black Swan, the protagonist is already on the verge of a nervous breakdown at the beginning of the film, which later evolves into complete madness. The intensity of the emotional turmoil is elevated from the start, and Portman had to convey every subtle shift in the character's psychological state, while remaining natural, without overacting in emotions.
This role's destroying you. Move.
Nina!
Move!
What happened to my sweet girl, huh?
She's gone!
For her portrayal of Nina, Natalie Portman received an Academy Award.
I am so grateful to get to do the job that I do. I love it so much.
Following the major acting triumph in her career, Portman continued to choose unique projects with prominent contemporary directors. She starred in 2 films by Terrence Malick, collaborated with Xavier Dolan, and took on the lead role in the sci-fi horror film Annihilation by Alex Garland. In 2015, the actress stepped into the director's chair herself, releasing her feature-length debut, the historical drama A Tale of Love and Darkness. The film is based on the memoirs of Israeli writer Amos Oz. The preparation and screenplay writing took 8 years, portraying the dramatic story of a family against the backdrop of the formation of Israel and the Arab-Israeli conflict in the late 1940s. Portman's project selection criteria include not only diversity and support for original projects, but also the breaking of typical female stereotypes. Immediately after her psychologically complex role in Black Swan, Portman starred in the light rom-com No Strings Attached with Ashton Kutcher. Her character, a doctor who knows exactly what she wants from relationships, undergoes a challenging journey of self-acceptance.
Use each other for sex at all hours of the day and night. Nothing else.
In Jackie, Portman portrayed the legendary Jacqueline Kennedy during the tragic period of her life, immediately after her husband's assassination.
He had the most wonderful expression on his face. You know,
just before they'd ask him a question, just before he'd answer, he looked puzzled. I knew he was dead.
Even within the conservative Marvel Cinematic Universe, Portman did not conform to the girlfriend of the main hero archetype. Instead, after her hiatus, she returned as an independent superheroine. Natalie Portman understands the power of fame and uses it to shed light on societal issues. The actress is heavily involved in animal and environmental protection, poverty alleviation, and advocating for women's rights. At the 92nd Academy Awards, Portman wore a dress embroidered with the names of female directors, whose works the Academy had ignored. Despite her activism, the actress maintains a sense of self-irony. A humorous autobiographical rap video on Saturday Night Live is a prime example where she playfully dismantles her image as a serious actress with a perfectionist streak.
All the kids looking up to me can suck my and put their mother drink till I'm sick.
Natalie Portman is one of the few actresses who started acting in mainstream cinema as a child, but did not become hostage to her early roles. Following a brilliant debut, Portman managed to build an equally remarkable career, continuously surprising us with the diversity of her roles. And who knows what unexpected roles we can anticipate from her in the future. At the end, I want to say that I took the idea and script for this video from the Kino Poesque YouTube channel. I really enjoyed their film analysis, so I wanted to adapt their videos for an English-speaking audience,